Okay, here is the second interview with the teacher, Miss Brown. Alright, Miss Brown, how many years has JJ been at PACE?
I believe a little over a year.
A little over a year? Okay. And have you been his teacher that whole time?
No, he was in the elementary unit last year, so I had him in my class in August.
August, okay, recently. And why was JJ brought to PACE?
To the best of my understanding, he had a physical altercation with a teacher at his previous elementary school, and the teacher pressed charges, so he had to be removed from that site and brought in.
That's unfortunate. Due to this, do you know what is JJ's home environment like? Do you have a positive or negative type of environment?
He has a very positive relationship with his mother. He has some older siblings who he also has positive relationships with, and they all live fairly close together, so he's got a lot of good adult role models.
That's good. Are these people that are very involved in helping him try to get out of PACE, or do you feel like just do well in school?
They do want him to do well in school, and they are concerned. Mom is very concerned about his academic achievement and progress. She's had one meeting with us so far this year to check and make sure that we're challenging him appropriately. And they do want him to get out of PACE, but because he's a student from another district, we are not really sure how we can work that out. The transition process back to mainstream school would not be the same as it would be for other students.
Right. I know that he's extremely intelligent for his age. He's only in 6th grade, and he has a 9th grade reading level. How do you think that JJ has been able to really maintain this type of reading level and keep up with it, especially being here at PACE where a lot of other students aren't that motivated?
I think he's fortunate that he just has kind of an innate intelligence, and he loves to read, and he is reading every time I see him. He comes in weekly with different books, and I think he is one of those people who hears something and reads something and it sticks and stays with him, so he's just constantly building on this already very broad base of knowledge that he has. So I think he's just a very lucky kind of learner.
Yeah, he's very intrinsic. I know now PACE is a school for emotional disturbance disorders for students. I wanted to ask you, what kind of emotional or problematic behaviors do you think that JJ displays in class?
He teases other peers very quietly, and does it in a way that he assumes teachers and other staff can't hear him, so he kind of return and whisper really quickly and quietly. He has had a few fights, physical altercations with other kids. He does some horseplay too. Sometimes when they're playing football or video games, it gets a little too competitive, and a shove turns into more. That would be my top 3 for him.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I've seen that. Do you think that there are any type of signs that kind of lead up to these episodes where he's teasing, or just kind of happens when you're not looking? Or?
I think it always starts with something very subtle, and he thinks about it and kind of harbors it for a while, and inside him it's kind of building, and then eventually it comes out, and to us maybe it looks random initially, but once we kind of investigate, we find out it started with some simple comment on the bus 2 weeks ago or something.
Okay, wonderful. In your opinion, do you feel that JJ belongs here at PACE?
I think yes. I think his behaviors are still in need of modification. I think he has the ability to learn how to control that, but I think probably due to age and maturity, he's still not quite ready to fully absorb what we're trying to teach him in terms of social skills and positive behavior choices. So yes, I think at the time he does behaviorally. Academically, I think a larger environment with more enrichment type classes would be positive for him, but behaviorally, yes, he does belong.
Right. I know he receives, or he's under ESE services, and can you explain what it is that he's been diagnosed with or has the label of?
He is a student with Asperger's, is his primary exceptionality, and I'm not aware that he has any secondary.
Okay. Wonderful. Let's see, what do